world has become tyrannical.
You want more of your people to die?
Deceptive. Dystopian. Fraudulent. Factual. Truthful. Direct knowledge. Has been taken away from the masses for the purposes of control. But enough is enough, dear friends.
We will not complain!
Now is the time to take what is rightfully ours. Welcome to the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.
Welcome.
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 Welcome to the Syncretism Society
Virtual
Academy.
Within the Academy, we have great minds to collectively bring our alumni a staggering range of knowledge.
Based off decade after decade of quantifiable research.
Spanning from sound medicine,
yoga science,
Indian spirituality,
Medical astrology.
Wisdom to sovereignty.
Holistic health,
esoteric sciences,
Astrotheology.
Acquiring these truths, dear friends,
will drive your empowerment and ability.
For proper ascension.
take back your sovereignty.
Take back your knowledge.
Take back your freedom. Join us at the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.
Welcome, friends, syncretists and lovers of truth, to the 66th podcast. And I'm alone today again. No Daniel, no Logan, no Nick. They're all overseas, but all coming back next week. So you'll just have to put up with me. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all healthy. Today's guest is going to be dealing with health. As you know, here at the Syncretism Academy, health is one of the main tenets, one of the 11 tenets of the Academy. So, you know, we not only teach dietary health and yoga and exercise and natural ways of healing, but we also are heavily involved with technology, products. There are many technologies that are coming out now that are very healing and very beneficial to humanity. And tonight is no exception. You may have heard of the Rife machine, Spooky 2. Royal Rife was an American. I think he came from, born in 1888, Nebraska. Let's have a look. No, California, Nebraska, yes. He was born in Elkhorn, Nebraska. Anyway, I think we're going that way. So I'm going to introduce the guest and he'll correct me if I'm wrong on any of those details. And the guest is, allow me to present John White. John, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you, Santos. And, I'm by myself as well. We're both alone. We will do our best.
Yeah, great. Are you in Australia?
No. But you've got a bit of an Australian tinge in your accent. I don't know where you picked that up from, but no, I'm Kiwi.
Oh, you're Kiwi. Yeah, I'm Aussie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, been living in the Americas for September, August, a little bit over 3 years now. 3 years and a month.
Right.
Yeah, I came here on August the 11th, in the middle of Leo of 2019, before the action. You know what I mean? So, the spooky too. Now, I always wonder why. I know I've got a lot of friends. My niece has one. She has a spooky too. And I wonder, why would they call the healing machine spooky? So, can we start with that?
Sure. Well, it's one of those names which is actually a good name. Once you hear it, you can't forget it.
Yeah.
Like spooky why, and then you ask a question, and it's like an annoying song you can't get out of your head. But spooky 2 is not annoying.
No.
Bad analogy. Okay, well, it comes from the term that Einstein coined when he made some discoveries of how 2 molecules could be linked at a distance, and he couldn't explain it. And in his wisdom, his intelligence, he couldn't explain it, so he just called it spooky action at a distance. And we
That's
just picked
right.
up in the term spooky.
That's right, yes. So that's quantum entanglement.
That's right.
Quantum entanglement, that's what it is. So, yeah, it is spooky. It's spooky because they're hiding the fact that everything is connected in the ether. That's all it is. I mean,
They deny.
It's so simple
They
to-
deny that there is an ether. You know,
Yeah.
like, come on, guys.
well, Einstein, he's the one who basically said that it doesn't exist. But for millions of years, the ether was always God, the field, the source, magnetism, dielectricity. It was everything. And now there's no ether because this funny little fuzzy-haired crackpot is what Tesla called him. Tesla said he's a fuzzy-haired crackpot. And actually there were about 1,000 major scientists from all around the world who protested. They had a convention against Einstein and all of his quackery. And they had a scientific convention where they denounced him and the fraud, the Jesuit fraud that he was, with all of his hocus pocus, honky shonky wonky dodgy bodgy bogus pseudoscience. And so he's been debunked, and too bad that he calls it spooky, because it's not spooky. It's a little child can explain it. It's the ether. Everything's connected in the ether. Everything is one. There's no separation. I am you. You are I. This is one with the clouds in the sky. This necklace I have is one with the Himalayas. Everything is connected. It's all one, and there's nothing spooky about it at all. But let's go along with that, because it's a cool, groovy way of, segueing into the technology. Perhaps you go ahead and start where you would like to start. I'd love to address at least the technology of it, and how he discovered for the first time in history that he could see microorganisms in the body, and how he found out that certain frequencies would kill them. And so that's just genius.
Hey, shall I show you a PowerPoint? I've got a PowerPoint which I've got prepared, which explains the history of Royal Rife. At the moment, I can't share screen. I've got my screen sharing disabled. Is it possible to enable my screen sharing?
¿Puedes compartir la pantalla? Yeah, I'm just getting that organized for you.
Okay.
Dime cuándo.
What made you bail from Australia?
I came for a personal reason.
They've got your screen sharing, which is probably not the right thing. What I was wanting
es mi
permission.
pantalla. Él necesita compartir la suya. Yeah, you can share yours, man. Just hit the share button.
I'll try again. Okay, thank you.
Right. Yeah, so I came for personal reasons. Love. There you go. I'll tell the world right now. I don't think I've ever told people why I came. I came to California because my then ex-girlfriend was suggesting we have another go. And that went south. That didn't do anything. So I just started touring the Americas doing syncretism. And here I am in Mexico with an academy, and everything's going nice and swell.
Isn't it funny how life, some things which just happen, seem to be by accident, aren't. It's just ways of the universe nudging you in certain directions. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm very thankful that she didn't want to proceed with the relationship, and I'm very thankful that I came because of her, because I'm in the best place in the world. So I'm not begrudging it at all. It worked out perfectly. It's just beautiful. It's very poetic.
Probably been quite a ride. Okay, this is the, can you see the screen?
Sure can.
Okay, great. Okay, this is a Spooky 2 Rife machine. There's our logo there. Now, a Rife machine is one that was invented by Royal Rife, basically, who, as you mentioned before, lived during the last century. And he invented these extremely powerful microscopes that enabled him to see microorganisms that couldn't be seen before then. And once he had the ability to view the microorganisms, he could then determine which frequencies the microorganisms were sensitive to, and more importantly, destroyed them. So this explains he was born in 1888. 888. Must be something important in that. 8's a very lucky number in China, which is where I am now, Santo.
Yeah,
and he became researching a cure for cancer in the early 1900s, and he discovered that it was caused, and the cancers that he was looking at, by a virus. And he learned how to destroy it using frequencies only. In his plasma machine, you can see in the corner here, he's tinkering away with this microscope, and he applied plasma fields to bugs, basically, and found out which frequencies were the ones to kill them. It's kind of cool because we've now had 3 or 4 generations of people that think that drugs are the only way to heal. They are a way, and I can't poo-poo it, but they're probably my last go-to, because you always get side effects with drugs where you don't get them side effects with frequencies.
Yeah.
But I guess your viewers know the way things are. Okay, now, in 1934, what Royal Rife was doing was getting the interest of authorities, and they decided, right, we are going to do a trial. We're going to get 16 very sick people, terminally sick people, and we're going to get Royal Rife to use his machines on them and see what the results are. Now, remember, they're all terminally ill. None of them should have died. And in fact, the authorities were going to just do a head count of the number of people that died at the end of the trial, and they expected to ridicule and prove beyond a doubt that his machines don't, and his methods don't work. But it didn't go their way, and in the end, after 4 weeks, all of them recovered. There wasn't any cancer detected within their bodies. So he was a remarkable person, much like Tesla, beyond his time, and wasn't recognized for all the wonderful things and the potential that his methods have or had.
Right.
Nikola Tesla, gosh, they're really pushing this quote, aren't they? If you wish to understand the universe, blah blah blah. I hear it everywhere now, so I won't say it completely, but everyone knows what it is. And here it shows how if you can sing the right note, you can actually shatter a glass. Now that's kind of similar to how Rife machines work. The frequencies are much higher, so you can't hear them. They're higher because the germs are so much smaller. But it has a similar effect. It makes the virus get extremely stressed and unable to multiply, and quite often becomes disabled completely. Okay, now you ask why Spooky 2? Why the name? But why the product? Why would we want to do something which has been designed by many other people? Now, around the 2010 mark, we were looking around and we were quite gobsmacked at how much people are being taken for a ride. Rife machines, zappers, and the like, they were just horribly expensive, really expensive, especially for what they could do, which is 2/3 of pretty much nothing. So I decided to make a change and bring a bit of humanity and common sense into the picture. I'm not particularly driven by money, you see. So I got together an international group of very smart people, and we put our heads together and we designed a machine, a system, which proved to be extremely effective in, I won't say the word curing, but everyone knows that I was going to say that, really serious diseases, as well as the not so serious diseases that just are reducing our quality of life. And we designed the whole system from the ground up, and that was the start of Spooky 2. It all started in the garage in Auckland, New Zealand. As it transpired, I was hounded by the authorities. I had a private investigator and other people on my back. So a bit like you, I decided, no, I'll just pull anchor and see where we end up. And I ended up in China, not Mexico, but it's still an adventure, just getting it out of a comfort zone is great. Now, we make the best machine that is available, but we also make it affordable. It's all very well, inventing something which is amazing, magical, but if you can't afford it, or you've got to mortgage a home to buy it, there's no point. And we want to make a change in humanity, not just a change in rich people's lives. So with all our devices, and we've got a lot now, we price them so that they are affordable. And we've grown a lot in that time because people come to realize that we are kind of different from the other companies that are out there. Now, our Spooky 2 comprises of our software, our generator, our amplifier, which is our plasma unit, different transmission modes, and we've got biofeedback as well, which is where our body tells us what frequencies our bodies need. Now, the brain, the software, you can download it for free from the site. And within the software, you can look at all the frequencies that the Spooky 2 would run for different conditions. And you can run those frequencies on any machine. It doesn't have to be Spooky 2. You don't really care. Frequencies are frequencies, and you can't patent them. You can't do a lot with them. But this is one thing which really amazes me. There are people that do charge for frequencies, but they don't own the frequencies. They might have thought of a really clever way of finding out the frequencies, and that's great. Right. Share them. So that's what we do. We share the frequencies. The heart, the generators. We have two frequency generators. We've got the blue XM generator on the left. That one's been our generator from the very start of Spooky 2. It's a very capable generator. Sometimes you look at it and think, how can we improve it? But we thought, oh no. Any changes we make, we're just going to increase the price and make it a little bit better. So let's keep it at as cheap as possible. It still does 5 million hertz per second and has a very high resolution and all the rest of it. And we've got a high-end generator. We've got our Generator X Pro, which is 2 generators built into one. Very, very, very accurate, super high resolution. So you go from cheap to amazing to compare the two. I mean, the Generator X Pro has got a lot of features that no other generator in the world has. All those details can be found on our website, which is spooky2.com.
Okay, so I've actually had a few sessions, and they were quite good. And they ran some frequencies on me for parasites, and I felt that it was very effective. Now, does this machine use one base frequency with a harmonic, or does it use just one frequency per, say, microorganism? Let's say we've got a tapeworm and we want to target that one. Do you use multiple frequencies, or is it more simple than that?
There are machines available in the market that use what is called a carrier frequency.
Right.
A carrier frequency, that the sole function of a carrier frequency is to light a plasma tube.
Is to do what?
To light a plasma tube. It's easy to do if you have a carrier frequency, because you can tune the output to resonate and light the tube, make a high voltage. And then you can introduce a frequency into a lit tube and create harmonics, which is what you're talking about. I've got several problems with that. My biggest problem is that enormous amount of power is going into a fixed frequency, which is doing your body no good. And because it never changes, it can actually cause harm. It can cause frequency fatigue and frequency sensitivity.
Wait a minute.
Our plasma. Oh.
So I use a Tesla coil. It's based on Odin and what's his name? Odin. Oh God.
It'll come to you later.
Yep. Anyway, so it's on a fixed frequency.
Right.
So are you saying that? I mean, you can change the frequency, but when I sit on the machine, I keep it on one frequency. Is that not good?
It depends. It's not a plasma machine, so it's not super powerful for a start. What is the frequency that it runs at? Do you know what the frequency is? Is it a very low frequency or very high frequency? Generally, the coils, Santo, they generally run quite low frequencies, in which case it doesn't matter. But with these plasma machines, they're running in the megahertz. They're millions of cycles per second. And so that's where they can become harmful. No, a coil, if it's running at a fixed frequency, would not be harmful. We have coil machines which also can run at a fixed frequency.
Right.
That's in a different product range, our Mirrormate range.
Mm-hmm.
They're pulsed EMF. Mm. So no, that's fine.
How much is the one that you've got on the screen, for instance? What's the average cost, just for people curious?
Well, this generator is, I think, $99.
What?
Yeah, no, we've managed to keep it below $100. I think, or $100, even though the price of components and everything has gone up. It's not because we've It's purely so that people can afford it. This is our cheapest of the two generators, and we want to keep it as cheap as possible.
So
our margins are very, very low.
Very low. So, are you making these? Is this your business, or are you just a spokesman or a director in the company? How do you fit in?
CEO, head chief financing officer. No, I am Spooky 2. I started Spooky 2.
So
Spooky 2 is my company.
You created. It's your company. You created it. This is your machine. It's $100. People can buy this for $100. Bring it home and tune it to the frequency. I suppose you'll have a manual, and it'll tell you if you've got certain parasites that you can set it on a certain frequency for 20 minutes. Sit there, do 20 minutes every day. Is that how it works?
Not quite. This one doesn't have a biofeedback built into it. So you'd have to have either a pulse, or you have to have a pulse unit. If you want to go for raw horsepower, you go for our other generator, which has got biofeedback built into it. And just another aside, while when I was saying, well, I am spooky, now hundreds of thousands of people are spooky. I don't carry everything on my shoulders. I've got a lot of support people, really good-hearted people that run the Facebook, run our forum, and do all that behind the scenes work. So I've sort of gone back and gone back into the shadows. It's really the goodness of the hearts from the people that see that it's a good thing to have something which is so affordable and so good for people that are unwell. So it's not just me now. Okay, just wanted to make that clear. Okay, so this with one generator, you can run the frequencies. You'd have to buy a pulse unit, which is, I don't know how much it is, and then you clap it onto your ear, and then it measures your pulse for stress, and then you do a biofeedback that way. And we have different modes, different ways of putting frequencies into your body. You can use contact mode, which is TENS pads. You've got these probes you can put into your cavities, hand cylinders, and even wrist straps. These are the silver cloth wrist straps. They all connect onto the generator. Pardon me. Oh, okay. This is our beautiful SCALAR unit. 2 black boxes, Santo, which you have either side. And it creates a torsional scalar field between the 2 lids once they're in tune.
This is totally different to what you just showed us, right?
Yeah, it's a curveball.
Okay. So what does this thing do now?
This one is also a restorative device that helps your body become back to its latent state, which should be of good health. When you set these units up, you can place substances on the receiver coil and receive the health-giving benefits of those substances, because the information of the substance is being sent in the field. What I wanted to show you is there's more than one way to restore health. We can focus on generators, or we can look at the larger picture. And this unit is very popular because you don't need to have a generator. You can just run them alone without any generator connected together. So you set them apart, you join them with a single length of cable, and you tune them, and then you're away. They're amazing for meditation, for sleep, for general health. Our very first unit, which was a prototype, we went for a tour of holding conferences in America, and we got a text from this woman that had our prototype unit. Her breast cancer tumors had shriveled down to the size of a grain of sand. It was basically gone. And she was thanking us profusely. This large tumor had disappeared, and she only used these SCALAR units on herself. She had them stretched across home, so her whole home was enveloped within the SCALAR field. and animals seem to like the scalar field as well. Okay, different transmissions we're talking about, back on the subject. This is our plasma unit. We've got two different plasma tubes. We've got a straight tube and we have a round tube. And the idea is you place the tube right next to your body and run these frequencies. Our plasma units don't need a carrier frequency like the many other plasma units that are being sold in the market now. It delivers the frequency only that it's supposed to deliver. And this is going very close back to Royal Rife's machine. He used the round tube, like you can see here. And he used that same kind of tube in the trial that he held with those 16 patients, all of whom had the terminal cancer.
So what does this one do, brother? What? So there's the first. This is the third one.
About the third one.
Well, this is the third machine that you've showed us now, right?
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
I'm getting.
Yes. It's different ways of allowing frequencies to enter your body. We have contact mode. SCALAR somehow found its way in there. And we have the plasma mode as well. We have remote mode as well, which is another way of putting frequencies into your body.
Wow.
Remote mode is using it. It was actually our first success story, where you can have frequencies get put directly into your body without having to be connected to any machine. You can be any part of the world. I could treat you, for example, you in Mexico, me in China. If I had your DNA, I could treat you, as an example.
Right. And how much are these machines? How much are they?
Oh,
what's the cost?
Gosh, you're talking to the wrong person. All I know is that they're as cheap as possible. You'd really have to wander over to our website, the spooky2-mall.com.
Okay, let's have a look at that.
Spooky2-mall.com.
More M-O-R-E?
M-A-L-L. Sorry, it's my Kiwi accent.
Spooky2-mall.com. Bang, and there it is. Products. Okay. So you've got Spooky 2 generators, Spooky 2 kits, accessories, SCALAR. Oh my God.
We've been busy.
Wow. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was getting into because the lady who's talking to me, I don't know who it is. It's someone called Yura on Facebook. She's been very nice.
She is a nice girl.
Yeah. Problem is, I'm confused because she's given me about 4 or 5 different affiliate links for me to put onto my site to help you guys to sell these machines. And I suppose, I don't know, do I get a commission or do people get it's either I get a commission or they get a discount by buying it from my site. Is that what you're offering?
Yes, what we do, we don't focus on marketing. We don't invest, thousands in advertisements and other ways. We reward people that help to sell the product.
Right. So. All right.
So well, have a word with Yura. Yura, I purposefully distance myself from that side. My brain is hardwired for technical. And for other things, I truly don't really have much of an interest.
All right. Well, look, I would love to put the affiliate link in the video right now, but I've got 3 different versions and coupon codes for people to get a discount. So I'm confused. If someone in your group could send me simply one affiliate link and one coupon code. I'll do that now for all the listeners, and we'll continue with the show, because I'm sure there's people I can see. Someone just asked, So someone's asking about where to go to get it. Well, we've just told them that's the link. It's.
Well, I tell you what, I'll ever so quickly stop sharing. I'll come back and I'll ask you to.
Wow, man, this is amazing. I had no idea. I thought we were just going to be talking about one machine here. Because see, the Rife machine that my niece has in Australia, you have to have a PC connected with it.
The generators that we have, they do have to have a computer to run them, but our Generator X, which is the high-end one, that one can run standalone. You can program it from a computer to run any program.
I've got a Mac. Is that going to work?
And it will work.
Is it going to work with a Mac?
You mean, well, I think the last link that you would have been sent by Euro would work. That'll be a link that's tied to you, and that'll allow your viewers to. Oh, here we go. Okay, I will send you a link so you can reward your. Okay, I've sent it into the chat box, the link, and that is tied to you, so we know that it's thanks to you. Have you got that link? It's a little bit hard when you're by yourself.
Yeah, but it's got a dot on the end of it. Normally, there's not a dot.
No, I didn't. Not the link that I sent. The link that I sent hasn't got a dot. Have a look in the chat box. I've sent you.
Okay, in the chat box.
I've sent you a link without a.
Okay, that's better. Now
we're cooking. So
yeah.
Okay. So.
I'm afraid this stuff has to be done properly, guys, because I've got Eura's given me about 6 different versions in the last week, and every 5 minutes it's changing. So this is the one I can give to people because people are wanting it now.
Okay. Yes.
All right. I'm going to put that in for you guys. Here it comes. Right now, folks, in the chat, this is where you go. And do they need some sort of a coupon code?
Oh, I'll ask. No
funciona.
Okay. I've got in China they use QQ and WeChat and a few other programs because other.
No, lo quité porque era raro, pero ahora no funciona.
Okay, I'm asking, and okay, yes, there is a coupon code. Oh, is there anything else I need to know, Euro? Do I have to keep on asking? Okay, type message. That's a coupon code.
Huh?
Now, is your name Santo or Santos? Oh.
No, en YouTube, no puedo subirle el link.
Oh. Well, okay, there is a link. That link that I sent.
No, mi affiliate.
Okay. Okay. Step number 1. That link that I sent you, if users click on that link, they know it's come from your channel.
That's the thing. I can't upload. Oh, there it is. It's uploaded. Now it's showing.
And step number 2.
God.
I've sent you a Santos 0903. Oops, did I say that out loud? And that is the coupon code.
Okay. Let's just get all this sorted out. Coupon code is Santos 0903, guys. I'll put that in right now. And let's keep talking about this wonderful product. So we're on the third product now, right? So there's the coupon code, guys, Santos 0903. Both the affiliate link and the coupon code will be in the description of the video, okay, in the description box. So can we continue, please, with this, where were we?
We got off on another tangent onto cold laser, because we have a cold laser range of products. For in the spooky range, we have two things that can connect onto a generator. We have the wrist cold laser, which is this unit on the right. That can run standalone as well. It's got a battery built into it. And actually, no, that's the different one again. Too early in the morning. This one, it sends frequencies via the cold laser to your arteries in your wrist, which is a real great way of purifying your blood. And the unit on the left, which is you put those two either into your ears or your nostrils, because you've got the capillaries just in your sinuses there, and again purify your blood.
So this looks like the first one, but it's not. It's different again.
The first one, the cold laser, you mean?
The first machine you showed us when we opened the show.
It was the first one. It was a generator, wasn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is the same. It's the same generator. But
is it?
This is the same generator, the same one, in different shades of blue because it's different photos, but it's the same generator.
Yeah.
And you just plug in different things into it. So these are different accessories, different ways of sending the frequencies into your body. And even the pulsed EMF, which is a low power coil that you place over joints for.
Wow.
But a lot of people use this for frequency imprinting. They place it on a desk and place a cup on top of glass, and you can insert frequencies into water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
This is our feedback. We've got a lot of things. This is our spooky pulse. This is our finger attachment, which it just places over the top tip of your finger and connect it all onto your generator, into your computer. And you run Spooky, and Spooky listens to your heartbeat while the generator is running the frequencies. And it detects the hits by the change in the pulse rate. We've got also the sample digitizer, which is for our Generator X Pro. You place some saliva or mucus or blood between two plates, sandwich it together, and plug this into Generator X Pro. And you run a live feedback scan. It'll detect the changes in the signal that pass through this unit. It's so much I could tell you. We've been growing and developing for a long time, and even our SCALAR unit has got a biofeedback device. Too much to explain in one interview. Now, what do you do with Spooky 2? Well, you add and you add and you add. Now, Spooky 2, you can see here that people have got quite complicated systems. There's like a man den here. There's a workshop here, and there's a rig set up in a bedroom. The fantastic thing about Spooky is that until we came along, it was one computer, one generator. What we can do is connect many generators onto one computer. If you want to add another generator to your system because you want to treat somebody else far away using Spooky Remote, just buy another generator, plug it in, and that's it. allow Spooky to detect the new generator and draw away. And so all of these are being controlled by one computer, all those different channels. So it's cheaper. We don't need to buy another computer to run another single generator like in the past. We can have up to 126 different generators on one computer. And the computer can be a cheap one too. It doesn't have to be a very fast one. Very flexible. That's however you want to set it up. These are set up very messy. Admittedly, some people set them up beautifully or lined up perfectly. You can't see the wires. It just really depends on the person, really. A little bit more tidy here. You've got two setups here. Gosh. The generators have been placed on their sides. These black boxes you can see on the generators, each one of these is a remote. It's sending frequencies or the information of the frequencies directly to the person. And so you can treat yourself no matter where you are, or your friends, family. Very, very flexible.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a plasma unit that someone set up. So it's a single, there's my mouse. You've got a generator X and the round plasma tube. The person sits on the chair and hugs the tube, and they get the healing energy of the plasma tube. And that's another unit up there.
Is there anything? It's obviously a technology that's anti-parasitic, of course, right? It has to be.
We have a huge database, and within the database we have programs, frequencies, which are targeting parasites, viruses, bacteria, molds, fungi, the works. Even for entrainment, sometimes our body gets out of balance and it needs to be entrained. So we've got the lower frequencies for that. The works. Now, we started off in the early days always fixated on finding a solution to illness. Our mission is to eliminate all illness and needless suffering. If you're 85 years old, quite often people get sore joints even. So we've got answers for that. There's no need to suffer in your lifetime. There's no need to suffer. You just need to address the issues, and we are providing machines that can do that.
Gotcha.
Our vision is to empower people to take control over their own health, not have to rely on seeing trained, registered medical professionals who happen to be very expensive as well. If they can become empowered through training and through the equipment to take care of themselves and to learn more about their own bodies, then the world will be a better place.
Right.
And we value love, compassion, and honesty over profit. So we have a smorgasbord of charities. We donate to other needy causes. We focus on old people's homes, orphanages, hospitals, and the environment, and also pets. But we focus on other things as well. We have a website somewhere, I always forget which one it is, which lists the charities that we support. Everyone that buys our products does indirectly donate, because immediately for every sale, no matter what the value is, you put $2 in. It used to be $1, $1 enough, but it somehow slipped under the radar and became $2 for everything that people buy. So they're doing this, and also that's one thing. But with every sale, there's also a percentage of that goes to the charities, which is quite substantial.
Wow, this is amazing. And
Well, it's kind of cool because people, when you're sick, sometimes it's through karmic. In fact, I would go as far as to say usually it's due to karmic reasons. And if they donate, even without them knowing, though it's better if they know, I suppose, then it can help them in their path to happiness and the rewards that being a good person brings. So with each month, we keep a list of the people that have purchased from us, and we send blessings their way when we set free live animals, which we do every month. Their name is included. So, it doesn't matter if you're Christian or whatever, it's doing something out of pure love. My belief is that their karmic points will be redeemed. The root cause of their illness may be alleviated or reduced through their action of their purchase from us, because their money that they have given to us, we put straight into something very, very good, and we tie their name to that charity. When we go to the orphanages, we let the children know the money was not from us. The money was from our customers that supported us, and so we're passing the love forwards. With our devices that we sell, we're quite sly. We have the Ho'oponopono blessing either engraved or imprinted into almost all of our devices.
I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you.
I love you. Yeah.
Is that the correct order? I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you.
That is the correct order. And it's the exact words which are written in our equipment. So we've got healing frequencies passing through these healing words. And those 4 very short sentences are probably the most healing sentences you could ever want to repeat and repeat and repeat to yourself. Again, because illnesses are quite often because of karma. The karma can be from this lifetime or can be from wherever, but people are burdened with it now. What can you do? Well, okay, keep on repeating those 4 sentences again and again and again, and good things can happen. Well, we do that. We put that phrase inside the equipment so people can reap the benefits of that phrase without even knowing about it. Yeah, we do a lot of things.
Wow.
It's trying to make a positive change in humanity. Now, these are the people that really made things happen, in SCALAR, in Rife, and Nikola Tesla as well. We wish that we were a fraction as intelligent as these men. But what is in our favour is that we're not afraid to carry what they found out.
Who's the guy on the top left there?
He is Maxwell, the person who was working with SCALAR.
So that's the famous Maxwell, the famous electrician Maxwell.
He was the person who theorized SCALAR before Nikola Tesla realized it.
So we've got Faraday and Maxwell, right? Those two are the 2 great founders of all of this, and that's him.
We actually yes,
Yeah.
but we actually have a lot of founders. These are the ones that we show, but really, when you go back, there's so many that have been unrecognized. Haven't been recognized for the work that they did.
I know.
Certainly great work. Like even Royal Rife, he was working in the footsteps of others.
Yeah.
It's we have to give credit where credit's due, and we don't.
Schellberger, I mean, Wilhelm Reich. There's so many.
We didn't invent the very first things. What we have done is we've refined using what is available now. Transistors were quite rare back in the 1920s.
Transistors. So, excuse my ignorance. I did go to a technical school and I did make a radio once and it worked. So I have invented, I have made electrical equipment. I made a radio. But a transistor, what exactly does a transistor do?
A transistor makes a signal larger. Isn't
that a transformer?
Terms. Like a transformer, like a transformer, yes, like a transformer. But there's going to be 1,000 people that say no, it's totally not. Well, I'm taking liberties with facts. I'm also an engineer amongst other things, and I know that it's not really a good analogy to use, but it makes a small signal larger. That's basically what it is. But there's so many different types of transistors. There are different ways of using transistors. It's not just for amplification. And
Right.
there's so many other devices. And we'd be lost if it wasn't for sand, where it all comes from. Silicon.
Ah.
And
Right.
it's a bit sad because during the days of Royal Rife, they were using vacuum valves to do the amplification. And the characteristics of a valve are different from that of solid state devices, which are like transistors, diodes. And so we have to use clever techniques to try and achieve what was achieved over 100 years ago. We're trying to catch up. So love keeps us together. That's the end of this presentation. So that's everything in a nutshell. In fact, it's only a small portion of what we have in a nutshell. We've got different...
Okay, well, we usually go for 2 hours if you're interested in continuing, because we're going to have callers calling in and asking you questions, if that's all right. Are you in?
Yeah, sure.
Would you like that?
I'm in.
Okay, good. So if you can hang in with us, because this is going to be interesting, because I really didn't have any. I should have actually had a conversation with you a couple of weeks ago when I was contacted by Eura, so I could have more information. She was very good and given me a lot of information. You know, John is a rife researcher and inventor from New Zealand, now living in Nanjing, China. So I knew all this, but I just thought you had one device. I didn't realise you've actually developed all of these different generators and biofeedback resonance devices. Right.
Sure.
So
well, you know, but the last thing that I don't want to give a false impression, because really Spooky isn't just me now, and Spooky wouldn't be as large now if it wasn't for the collaboration of the many scientists all throughout the world now helping, which is kind of what makes it cool, because, I mean, if more people are involved, we can only get larger, which means more people can then reap the rewards of the products that we make, which are affordable and all the rest of it.
Well, you've come to the right platform here, because there's 250,000 subscribers on my channel, which this video will go to tomorrow. This one we're live on only has about 20,000, but 95% of the people subscribed to that channel, Mr. Astrotheology, they're all health conscious. So this is going to really, provoke a lot of interest. Now, we've done a little bit about the technology. I think I don't know. I wouldn't mind you elaborating a little bit more, since I don't see many people lined up in the Zoom yet. It is the top of the hour, guys. Guys, Brenda, did you put the Zoom link in the? Yep. Okay. The Zoom link's in there. Please jump on, guys. Now's the time to ask John questions. We've got him for one more hour. Now is the time. Do you want to know? Everybody's got something. Everybody's got can't sleep, candida, parasites, chronic fatigue. Everybody's got something. Okay? Now's the time to ask the questions. You may want to know which machine, that first one that he showed, that's $100. Anyone can afford that. I'm gonna get one tomorrow. I'm gonna get one tomorrow. I'm telling you. Things like the technology, which machine is appropriate for you, etc. Now, I can see Manny's there. How are you, Manny? You want to jump in and ask a question? You're muted.
Hi, Santos.
Hey, brother. Where's your flat thumbs? That's better.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Hi,
you got a question? Because you're right into Schallberger. You're living in Austria. So Manny has got a YouTube called Flat Thumbs and Flat Fingers, and he goes up into the mountains where Victor Schallberger used to work, and he knows a lot about that. So you're probably interested in this spooky too. Have you got any questions?
Yeah, sure. Santos.
Go for it.
Thank you. I feel your energy right now when you speak out the truth about Victor. Mm-hmm. Can everybody hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yeah, very good. Schallberger is wonderful.
Mm.
When you research Victor Schallberger, he built the Luftturbine for the airplanes. He told us that spring water is the best water. I sent Santos 5 liters of spring water, but it never comes to him. We are all controlled.
Yeah. A lot of people are trying to send me stuff. By the way, anyone who's trying to send me stuff to Mexico, do not use UPS, do not use FedEx, use DHL. DHL always get my postage to me. UPS always fail. FedEx 90% of the time fail, 10% of the time I get the mail. So if there are people sending me stuff every week and it gets sent back to them. There's only one reliable service on the planet at the moment, and it's DHL. Okay, if you want to get me stuff,
it's plain.
Huh?
It's plain, brother.
What do you mean plain?
Yeah, you said planet.
Yeah, well, that's what planet means. Planet.
Yeah, plain. It's flat.
Yeah, it's a planet. It's the only planet in the solar system. It's a planet. We live on a planet.
There is no solar system.
But let's not worry about that. Let's talk about this. What question have you got? What question have you got about the Rife while we've got John here?
Yeah, I don't really know which question I should ask him, because what will you heal with your machines? That's the only question.
Okay, well, first of all, remember, we're not giving sort of medical, we're not going to get into that area where, we're going to be, given a strike or whatever because we're claiming to heal and things like that. Is that right, John? We're just...
Sure, but I can show you through pictures, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my
Yeah, we
software?
see your screen.
Okay. So I'll just do a few searches for things. I won't mention what I'm looking for. But you can see different programs here. We've got the world's largest database for both conditions and for substances. These are substances that people take for that.
Yeah, but that's only numbers.
Yes. Okay, let's say this one, a healthy one. You know that you mentioned that nothing is real. The universe is not real. When you go deeper into some religions,
excuse me, John. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Are you a flat earther?
Oh.
No.
All right. Next question.
Holy shit, Santos.
The everything. Well, okay. Well, focusing on this, because if you want to have the biological effects of a substance, you load the program.
What's that? What's that?
See,
Curcumin.
Because you are living in a program.
Curcumin. No. Now you've just highlighted curcumin. Why is that?
Because I did a search for this.
Yeah. Okay. And curcumin's good for the C word.
And
it has a frequency attached to it, right? So you got
right.
and you tune it to that.
There. And now it's running it on that generator.
Okay.
That frequency.
I got you. I got you. That's what I figured. I figured that's how. So you have a database. You've got a problem. Let's say you got ringing in the ears. So you put ringing in the ears, and it tells you frequency 6,400 megahertz or whatever.
So that's right.
Right, gotcha. We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about frequencies being sound, and sound is healing. And we're made of elements: manganese, chromium, lithium, gold, zinc, etc. They are all just sounds. They're all just frequencies. So let's say we're lacking in magnesium, number 12. All right, so I need magnesium. Right. So this is the way I think, and this is pretty logical. I mean, I don't think this is laughable, but shouldn't I be able to supplement magnesium freely with just a sound frequency? Why should I take a pill, right? Gulp every day, magnesium pill, which that pill is just a frequency anyway, because everything's frequencies. Why don't I just turn the knob on my Rife machine to the frequency of magnesium and supplement my magnesium 10 minutes every morning, go off to work, and I've got my dose of magnesium?
Santos, I have a good answer for you, because we are all biological humans, and why we need so much machines, why we need a black mirror. Our iPhone is a black mirror, our computer is a black mirror. We only need to go grounded with our feet on the earth. And John should show me curved water. And Santos, you have a girl. Hi, Jane. In your chat.
Yes, we'll get her in a minute. She'll have a question. So keep going.
Yeah. That's the question. John, show me curved water. Show me water who is sticking on a bowl. Santos is a flat earther like me.
Yeah. Thanks, Manny, but we're not talking about that now. We're speaking about this machine, which is very...
We are grounded. We are grounded, Santos.
Yeah. That's right. Grounding is very important. Now, I've been grounding all my life, but I haven't cured.
We need no medicine like Santos. We don't need this, brother.
What do you mean we don't need this? Of course we need technology. If you break your arm, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to a doctor. If your teeth falls out, the dentist. That's technology. We need technology. If you've got a broken leg, it's got to be plastered. It's got to be screwed. You walk around with walking staffs. You need technology. We need technology.
Emergency technology is very important.
What do you mean?
But, what you said. When you have an accident with your car, when you drive your car and you...
Brother, there are people who cannot get over their cancers, leukemias, bowel disorders. They cannot do it just by grounding and just by drinking water and by diet and by exercise. They need technology. There are people who need technology.
I know what you mean, brother. Yeah.
Absolutely. There's no argument. All right, Jane, do you want to jump in? I'm just going to step out for a bathroom break really quick, and you want to ask a question there, Jane?
Your microphone, Jane.
Yeah, you need to unmute. She probably doesn't want to ask a question, right?
Jane, we hear you. I think so.
We got you.
You can't hear me.
Yeah. We hear you.
Yeah. You got a question there, Jane?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I just recently. Oh, I thought I had. I have. No, I've unmuted.
Yeah, we can hear you. Just ask
Okay.
John. John's waiting for the question.
Okay. Okay, great. I can hear now. I'm pretty healthy. Never had any sickness. Don't get. Oh, it's just echoing.
Oh, echoing.
Yeah.
Brenda, there's echo. Echo. ¿Entiendes? We'll try and get that fixed.
Okay. All right.
All right, try and put up with that. I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, recently. Okay, I'll start again. It's just coming back, and it's like, yeah. Anyway, couple of months ago, I snapped 3 bones in my leg. I've always been really healthy. Oh, okay. So, shall I keep talking, John?
Yes, sure.
Okay. And then I went and had a bone scan. I never go to the doctors. I had a bone scan. It's come back that I've got osteoporosis, which is a silent thing apparently. So I'm wondering if this machine would reverse osteoporosis. I came across another machine called a Juvent machine that actually you stand on and it vibrates, but it's like $7,000 American, and I'm in Australia. So I'm just wondering if this would work for reversing osteoporosis and creating my bones to recover.
I've got loaded into the software 2 programs at the moment, which is running osteoporosis frequencies. These frequencies will help in the condition, or they've been designed to help for the condition. For every illness, it's wise to throw as much as you can at it. So there can be other things you can do as well to increase your bone strength, possibly your calcium absorption, change your diet, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But with regards to Spooky itself, you can see that I've loaded these two programs here, osteoporosis programs. And they will osteoporosis. And so these are the ones which have been tailor-made for osteoporosis. There's other programs you can run as well, possibly the arthritis and rheumatism. That one there will be a good one to add as well. So yes, there are programs which are tailor-made for osteoporosis. In fact, I wonder if I don't think I've got a preset for that. Let's do a quick check. Oh, I do. Okay. So I've got a preset which is, again, tailor-made. A preset means it's got all the parameters for the program already set up for the person running it. So yes, there are. The database has got roughly 60,000 programs in it. And so basically any medical condition you can think of is addressed within the program. Now I've got the osteoporosis programs loaded and you can see the frequencies that are running there. You can run those frequencies on any frequency machine. It doesn't have to be Spooky 2. You can just take those frequencies from the software and program them into a different machine if you like. We like to think that our machines are more affordable and better than others anyway, but it's entirely up to you. So maybe, Jane, or you say you've got a machine already. If you do, that's great. You can plug in these numbers and run them.
John, I have one question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Very good. Do you know 432 Hertz?
Yes, I do. There's some frequencies which are very common. In fact, with the Spooky 2 database, you can search for frequencies alone. It's interesting that 432 also happens to hit many of the subharmonics of pathogens. Some of them are quite prevalent, like the Bartonella. But let's have a look. 432.
The nature frequency. Santos knows this.
Yes,
Santos also make music in 432 Hertz.
Now, when you consider
your microphone, Santos. We don't hear you, brother.
No me escuchan.
Yeah. Now
there it is again. 432. What's that one?
That's the natural
healing
frequency.
I want to ask a question. What is a hertz? Because the notion of a second is man-made. It's not nature.
Right.
And now you're talking 432, which is an integer without any decimal points. So what makes it so special that something which was invented by man is suddenly a datum point of truth? There's a lot which is bandied about, but when you dig deeper and you realize that some of it is a little bit not quite adhering, as one might hope, to truisms. 432, there's other numbers as well. People say 666 is an evil number, you shouldn't run it. But again, cycles per second. What is a second? Well, okay, it's a unit of measurement. It's like someone cut a piece of string and then said, right, this is going to be 1 foot, 1 foot long.
Right.
Well, okay, that's great. But in reality, what is that piece of string? So I just want to make people aware that frequencies which are derived several years ago, like these ones here, they're all integers. and they're not, they're nice round numbers, but they're rounded. Nature doesn't do things in integers necessarily, unless we're talking about harmonics or subharmonics of.
Yeah, sure.
Generally, it's fractions of. And so if it's 432.0158, the way that we tend to be as in humans, we tend to round things. And so that's the closest integer is 432. But there's nothing magic in the way that integers work. It just happens to be the way that things were. Here we go. Chakra 2, crown chakra. When the very first machines were being designed, they didn't have the ability to go to fractions of a hertz. And so almost all the numbers were just integer.
So none of these have decimal points.
Some do, but very few.
Why?
We're talking about the older ones. We're talking about the CAFL, the ALT, the Russian database. They don't have.
And why did they have a decimal point? How come how did that turn up?
They don't have decimal. The early frequencies don't have decimal points because the devices that were running them were very primitive. They couldn't do anything with the decimal point, and so they didn't. But time goes by. We've now got our Generator X Pro that's got 8 decimal points.
Okay.
So if you load a DNA frequency, which is very, very precise, and we load it into a Generator X, and you start it. Oh, sorry. I'll stop that. I'll clear the previous programs and just load a random DNA program into the generator and run it. See that frequency there?
Yep.
That is 2,411,954.61935456.
Okay.
One that's not being shown. So this is where we can have the absolute precision. We go and we are the frontier work for absolute high resolution work.
2 million hertz. I mean, that's how high does this thing go?
It goes to 40 million. Well, it goes higher if you use a trick called wave cycle multiplier, but its raw frequency you can run to is 40 million cycles per second.
I've never, ever heard of anything that can go up to 40 million.
You probably wouldn't, not for Rife frequencies.
No, but from anything, well, I've never heard of that high of a frequency in use for anything. It's right out of the spectrum.
Yeah, well, the fundamental frequency, which means the raw frequency without any harmonics, is even faster than that. So the faster you can go, it means the closer you are to the absolute value. It's like a truth. You can get semi-truths and half-truths and this, but the closer you get to the real truth, that's where you find that's the heart of the matter. And we're trying to get to the heart of the illness by getting as close as possible to the real frequency. And we go higher in frequency than other manufacturers can. Much higher.
So obviously a lot of guys have been spending a lot of time finding the right frequency for every specific organ, microorganism, etc., and they've catalogued these, tabulated them, and it's already worked out, right? So
it is worked out.
So there must have been years and years of just studying frequencies and how they affect organisms. And
that is true, but again, keep in mind it's not just me; it's a team of people.
I realise that. That's what I'm saying. There's hours. I mean, this is just staggering. It's just staggering.
But if it's necessary to do this to cure disease, we'll do it. If that's what it takes, then we'll do it. And we do. We've worked out what I'm trying to find is a document. Okay, I've found it. I'll change to this document so we can see. Oh, it's a bit slow. Okay, I'll stop share and then I'll share screen and I'll go to my document. This is there are people that sell these frequencies or similar frequencies. That goes against our grain. We believe that frequencies should be free because we don't own them and frequencies are natural. So on the 29th of March this year, I published how I derive DNA and RNA frequencies so that this information cannot be patented. It's been gifted to humanity. That's important. Gifted as in it's free. There is no copyright. And the information can be shared with anybody and everybody. I do not own it, even though I derived it. Anybody can use it. And in this paper, I go through the background. I tip my hat to Royal Rife, the man who really was the person who started this. And they talked about resonance, drawing an analogy with pushing a child on a swing. And then I get into the nitty-gritty of the structure of DNA and RNA and how the DNA actually forms a scalar antennae. And following on from there, I go into the dimensions of the DNA and RNA strands, and then straight into the maths, explaining how formulas can be used to calculate here the different frequencies for every living organism on this planet.
John, can you show us some pictures you made under the microscope?
We have a laboratory in Spooky 2ville, and we have done tests in many pathogens to test our products, and we know that our products work. We are the only people in the universe that has proven entanglement for the use of health. We have proven the transfer of frequencies from one location to another using a double-blind study, because you didn't tell the germs which ones are being treated in Queensland. And even the person who the laboratory who we hired to do this test, they didn't know. So it's truly double-blind. And we proved that that entanglement is real. But that's by the by. And they're applying the DNA frequencies, which you can see here, the formulas for the calculation.
I was asking you, John, if you can show us some pictures from the microscope. Okay. Because I can show you some pictures. I watched under the microscope. Santos knows this. When I was looking for the Rona.
Okay, let's have a look. I'll have to find it. Now I've got a lot of yeah.
In the meantime, question I want to ask is, you're using a PC here, I can see. So obviously one needs a PC to be able to run this equipment, right?
That's right. Yes.
Right. So I need to get
all of it. For the SCALAR device, you don't need to have a computer, and
not for
we have a range of products. I beg your pardon.
Okay, so not for the SCALAR device, and what else?
Mirror-mate. We have a range of pulsed EMF devices and cold laser products.
Okay, so you have products where you don't need a PC, but
That's right.
But for this, for all the frequencies that you have to tune into, you need a PC.
For most of them, yes. If you're wanting to run a program, then
Okay.
certainly.
Why haven't you been able to adapt it to Mac?
It's not just Mac, it's also Linux as well. Get away from the big corporations. We want to. I guess we need to maybe grow a little bit more.
Okay, so you're trying. Yeah, I see what you're trying to be more organic, and keep the corporate world out of this beautiful.
Doing our best.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
I feel like a sellout with this Mac, but I can't understand PCs. I understand Macs. They work with my mind, so unfortunately, I can't go back to PC.
Okay. No, well, I do both. I use parallels to go between the two. So it's an emulation program. I'm trying to find a lab test result, but I've got so many documents and they've caught me off guard. So I'm searching for the different folders I have. I've got, and goodness knows what name I've given it to. What's this one here? No. I've got so many different. I don't even know where to start looking. I was just looking at a general document folder that I have, but it might be elsewhere. So how can I find it? Spooky scalar test results. No.
We caught you off guard there, didn't we? Well, I didn't.
Oh yeah, but is that it? No, that's not it.
Never mind. We don't have a lot of callers in today. It's interesting. Lately, we've been a bit quiet. I think this 6 o'clock Saturday slot we may need to change, because we used to have hundreds of callers lined up. Now today we've only got 2. I don't know.
Well, it's Sundays, so maybe everyone's sort of wanting to sleep and or just take things easy.
We have had a few bad couple of weeks though. We've had staff that have had to leave the country, and I've also haven't been able to do my weekly lectures for certain reasons, and we've had a lot of technical problems here. So I think people have kind of gone.
Well, I'm struggling to try and find where. I'll try and list it off according to the date, because I know roughly when it was done.
I see a lot of people asking, why is it called Spooky 2? I see it everywhere. Guys, go to the start of the show. We've already answered that question. Okay, so no need to. There's about 5 or 6 different people asking, why is it called Spooky 2? John has already explained it. Okay, so just go back. Once we finish the show, just go back to the start, please. It's already been answered.
I'd have to dig it up, but we have got proper reports written up for these experiments that we did. We wanted to test we're developing a VUV device, which is like a violet ray gun. And we wanted to prove that it could work for cancer cells as well as other cells. It's VUV, vacuum ultraviolet, which means the wavelength is 222 nanometers, which is not ultraviolet. Well, it's a range of ultraviolet that's not so dangerous. But I'm really struggling to find those lab results, downloads, and oops. Let's do one last test, lab, and I'll list it to name. Gosh, there's so many. Oh, now you've really caught me off guard. I've got so many notes. Yeah, but we've got images, we've got videos when we're doing live blood tests with the cold laser units, showing the effectiveness of the units. So I'm not just talking at the top of my head.
No, of course. Look, besides, I know for a fact that that you have, because I know a lot of people have the Rife machines, and probably tens and tens of friends all around the world, and there's never been a complaint, and they all love their Rife machines and are getting a lot of healing and a lot of good from it. So we can
there's for 100 years scientists have been ridiculing Royal Rife and other pioneers of frequency treatments. If they've invested so much money, it means there's something that's good. There must be some truth behind frequencies, and it's really up to the people to cross the barrier, go over the threshold where they open their mind a little bit and start investigating. And when you consider that everything truly is vibration,
it is.
Why shouldn't frequencies heal?
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. And so as soon as you discover, well, actually, in 1930, 33, 32, in the front page of the San Diego Times, a group of doctors having a banquet celebrating the end of cancer. It happened. It really did happen, and it was proven. So something happened between then and now, and whatever it wasn't good.
What year was that?
So it's either 32 or 33.
Yeah, I know what happened. The Cancer Association was founded, and they started playing their tricks so they could prolong their funding because they get a lot of money to keep trying to find a cure, etc., etc. Just bear with me 1 minute there, John. Brenda, people keep saying that it's echoey. It's hard to. Is it still a problem, guys? Jane, can you please answer there? Are you still? Is it difficult to hear?
Yeah, there's two. There's some. You're speaking, and then John's speaking, and it.
Oh, gee, I really hope we don't ruin this.
It's.
Nothing. Everything's good.
It is.
Well,
yeah, it's a problem for me. Like, there's a delayed reaction where you're speaking, John's speaking, and I'm speaking now, and they're all crossing over on my Zoom.
Maybe do we have other viewers that can let us know?
Hay una demora. Dice que hay una demora entre nosotros. Hang on, I'm just trying to work it out with the tech girl here. In the meantime, maybe if just John speaks. We have 20 more minutes. So John, please get out all the good points, please.
Okay, I wonder if I should wander over to the mall and showcase what we have. Speak to what I'll do, I'll go to the mall and share my. I suppose I can't really. No, that's not.
Okay, so the tech girl just said it's probably because you're listening to it on YouTube and not on the Zoom.
Oh, right.
Are you on both Zoom and... Are you in the Zoom? Yeah, you're in the Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Well, you need to mute the...
So I need to get off YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Turn the YouTube down and stick with the Zoom.
Yep.
That's the problem. Okay.
Okay.
Good. So I'm glad we're all good. The show's going to come out clean. Thank you. John, can you please perhaps share your screen and go through the site and...
I'll try.
Well, actually, you know what? I just realized that my tech guy has already got my affiliate link on my channel. Can I give you that and can we go through it on my affiliate link?
Sure.
All right. I'll just give that to you right now. It's right there in universaltruthschool.com. Right at the bottom, you'll see Spooky 2 in the Syncretism Products tab. Now, you click on there. And it doesn't work. Yes, it does. There it is. I'm going to give you that right now. In the Zoom chat. There it is. You want to click on that, John, and then go through. Let's go through your site there. Let's show people how to navigate the site there.
Okay. Working on it. Okay.
So that's my link there, guys, at universaltruthschool.com, Syncretism Products tab. You'll see Spooky 2 right down at the bottom. So let's have a look at the site, shall we?
Okay. Just bear with me.
Or you can just go straight to the site.
Yeah. Okay, there. Okay, now, Firefox, that's not what, hang on a moment. I've got a, let me get the bottom frame. Okay, there. Okay, can you see the thing now?
Yep.
Our website.
Yes.
Okay. So, products page. Why is that not clicking?
No, yeah, we can see it now.
Okay.
All right, products page.
But it's not working because it's frustrating. That's what it is.
Why? Because you hit my link? Because
no, it's frustrating because...
Why isn't it working?
I've got two versions of... Because it's an older version of... Oh, gosh. So, no, that's not going to work. So, okay, technical problem on my side is because I'm doing it through an emulation window and that my current version of Firefox is too old to actually load it up. So sorry about that. But I'll go through the different devices.
What if I share my screen?
Okay. Okay, that's
All
a good
right.
idea.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, I can see it.
All right. So
that's our main website. You click on products.
Yeah, well, see this here. This is from my. When you go to my universaltruthschool.com, you go to Syncretism Products. Down the bottom, you got Spooky 2. You click on that, and we're going to hit the products tab. What product would you like to go to?
Well, let's click on. Well, we've got all products. Let's click on all products and see what comes up.
Okay.
Okay, so if you just scroll down, these are different kits that we have to make it easier for people to choose. People quite often think, well, what do I need to get started? Well, if you can buy a starter's kit or a portable kit. We've got our plasma unit there and our beautiful scalar there as well.
Which is this is the scalar one, right? This one.
That's right. That's right.
2,200. Is that US?
That is US. That includes the generator and everything you see there. You can buy the scalar unit just by itself.
Okay.
And save $50.
Okay. And the first one you showed us, which you said was $100, where's that one?
That's not a kit. If you go to the top, you'll see that there will be products.
Yeah.
And then a bit higher up, products in the menu. And then Spooky 2 generators.
Yep.
And then the top one, the XM generator.
Let's have a look
You
at
click
that.
on there. Have you clicked?
Yeah, I'm clicking. It's not working. You had trouble. I'm having trouble. I think. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
There you go. So
it is $100. We've pegged it at that price.
All right. So can people buy this as a standalone item to have at home, and what will it do?
This is the machine that will change computer commands to frequencies. So this particular generator does need a computer to be connected onto it. It comes with the power supply and the computer cable and everything for that.
Gotcha.
To use it for treatment, though, you need to have a wire to plug into the side of it, and then hold on to the wires or attach the wires onto your body.
Gotcha.
This is the generator itself. If you go to products at the top,
yep,
and you want to go to Spooky 2 kits, second one, that one there, yep. Click on there, and new user kits, because people that are not familiar with the Spooky product range would want to see what are the best kits to buy. And these are kits which allow you to do quite a bit to your, when you're starting off. It's everything that you need. See, the kit for $345, that comes with hand cylinders, Spooky Boost to make the signal larger. It comes with biofeedback, which is our Spooky Pulse. Comes with pretty much the whole lot, including the cold laser for the wrist and for the nose and ears. So it's quite a comprehensive kit. You can do it quite a lot with that.
Right.
One time,
so
someone said,
for instance, this Spooky 2, this first one here I'm looking at, this is for $345. You get all of this stuff here.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then you've got an upgrade here, $500 one, you get a bit more. Then you've got a $900 one, you get a bit more, etc., etc.
Right up to the big guys. Now, if you go up a little bit on the screen, the second kit has got 2 generators.
Yes.
So that means you can treat yourself twice as fast if you like, or treat somebody else simultaneously. You've got 2 spooky remotes, 2 spooky boosts. You can do quite a bit more with that.
Gotcha.
And the one for $994, that's got our Generator X Pro. That's our top of the range generator. For each generator, it's actually got 2 generators inside. Each one of those 2 generators can go to 40 megahertz. And it can do biofeedback built in. You don't need to use Spooky Pulse. And they all come with the instruction manual as well. The good thing about us as well, we do support. After you've bought our products, you become part of families, so you don't have to worry about being alone. You can join our Facebook group, which is Spooky 2 Life for Life. We've got a Spooky 2 forum. If you go to spooky2.com, that's our launch site, and you can see all our different websites from there.
So should I punch that in here, spooky2.com?
Yes, you can do that.
All right.
I wish my internet was better.
Spooky2.com.
try again.
Okay. There he is.
Okay, so from the very start, we don't claim credit for making the discovery.
No, obviously.
Credit to who started. And then from here, you can go to, at the top, you can see instructions on how to get started, how to buy Spooky 2, testimonials, which are people that have used Spooky 2 for many different kinds of health conditions.
Gotcha.
And proven with CAT scans and all the rest of it.
Yep. Great. There's the testimonials, guys. Okay.
And they're real people. They're not stage actors.
Yep. And guys, please don't think that we don't need technologies. We do need science and we do need technology. We're living in an age of I believe altered frequencies. Some entities, whatever you might want to call them, some people call them demons, transdimensional entities or whatever, have interfered with our beautiful cosmos, where we used to live a lot longer and a lot healthier. And, the cathedrals and all of these beautiful ancient Tartarian buildings used to actually provide energy where they were the machines, they were the technology that kept us alive and healthy and living longer. But these days, things are coming back. Things like med beds, Tesla coils, Rife machines, Spooky 2s, okay? And please do not think that we don't need technology. We need technology. Now, just before we go, because we're down to 5 minutes, I'm going to go to the... So here's the video, guys. Here we are right here. This is the video on Syncretism Society with 18,000 subscribers. My channel, it will be up tomorrow on Mr. Astro Theology. Let me just show you that. It'll be here tomorrow. And there's 246,000 subscribers here. It'll be right here. But at the bottom here, you will see now, this is how you can purchase any of these products through my affiliate links. But I want you to help me explain, John. These are the Yura gave me this information. Why is it saying here, guest John White, Spooky 2 will always be superior, and then she's
her
got
words, not mine.
Sorry.
It's her words, not mine. I don't like showing off. It's like to focus on problems, finding solutions, and sending it out.
All right. So what I want to do is, can you please help me to fix this so it will be much more user friendly? This is very confusing. This is so confusing. I want to make this very, very simple. So can you please work on that overnight, and then I'll change it tomorrow, so that people don't get confused, because it doesn't make any sense to me where it says Spooky 2 will always be superior, then you hit this link, then there's another link, then there's another link, then there's mine, then there's another channel. It's all kind of... If you could help me with that, that would be great, please.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So let's fix that up for the audience, and in the last 3 minutes I'll let you have the last word, and perhaps we'll have you back down the track once we get some feedback and see how we go.
Okay. Well, this point about technology, if we were living in a perfect world, it's probably true, but everything around us now is technology, and we can't avoid it. We can't avoid the airwaves, the nasty frequencies, the 5G, the cell phone towers or for radio broadcast, TV, and the like. We cannot get away from it.
No.
So we do need help. There's, again, many different things you can do if you're unwell. You can go back to basics and use your diet, use supplements for boosting. You can turn to spiritual healing. What we provide is just one small part of the overall methods that you can use for healing.
Yep.
Yes, so we are technology, but we're certainly not evil.
No.
So there's times when sometimes you need to, especially in emergency situations, bring out the big guns, bring out some devices which can address serious health issues.
Gotcha.
So we provide machines that can do just that. Frequency is also natural anyway. The frequency itself is natural. Every single atom in our body is a frequency of energy. So it's not like we're using something that is unnatural. We use a scalar field for some of our devices. Our remote uses a similar thing for a scalar field. And the scalar field is very natural. That's how our cells communicate through our body.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're making a Frankenstein-type machines to effect a healing body. We do things as gentle as possible to heal. In our database, we have supplements which are natural as well as the drugs. So if you want to apply a natural essential oil, for example, you can do that by using by applying the molecular energy of that substance and the molecular information of that substance. So we're not maybe the ultimate solution. We don't try to say that we are,
no.
But we're certainly a large part of. We can be a large part of the healing process. If someone's unwell, there could well be there could be a physical cause behind that. It might be their diet that they've had or their lifestyle in some other way. So it might be something as simple as wearing blue blocking glasses so they get better sleep, so their immune system gets better, so they don't succumb to some illnesses, especially the more chronic ones.
Gotcha.
Small diseases start very small, and so it's easier to nip things in the bud than try and put out a brush fire with water. With a lot of our devices, we focus on health as well as curing. So if you can maintain a good body health, then your body's better capable of preventing nasty things from happening further down the track. And I do think that because we are a company that has high morals, I truly believe that our products reflect this both in their price and the effectiveness, but also if your disease is caused by karmic causes, I think if you applied a device from a moral company, a company that truly does what it says it does and contribute to humanity, you yourself will have a better chance of restoring your health.
Yep.
And we have a huge community support, as I said before, with our Facebook, Spooky to Right for Life. If you want to join the group, and you'd be amazed at just how huge it is and how active it is. And then, of course, our forum as well, where people ask specific questions for technical things and health conditions.
I'm going to try and have a chat with you one of these days, perhaps tomorrow if you're free, or at your earliest convenience. You can let me know. But I want to get some of these products. So can we organise that?
Yeah, I don't see any problem.
Right. Great.
Best to deal through Europe because
okay.
Euro is much better, and she's prettier than me as well. So yeah, there's two good reasons.
Yep. That is a good reason. Beauty is always appreciated.
When I say beautiful, it's not just skin deep as well. She's beautiful inside and out.
Beautiful soul. I
Like all
know.
our staff are.
By the way,
Spooky tends to gravitate good people. We've got so many people that put hundreds and hundreds of hours and to help other people, passing love forward for no reward. I tell you, Spooky pays real bad.
gotcha.
And they just do it because it's for humanity. And isn't it about time that there was a paradigm change? Like, it's got to happen. It's just got to happen.
It's happening.
And I think that we're well placed to provide the conduit, if
Yep.
you like, to make it happen. Allow it to happen.
Well, John, it's people like you that are doing it. You're a gentleman. It was wonderful pleasure talking to you. Such a delight. I really do think we'll have you back down the track, and because it's going to generate a lot of interest, I'm pretty sure. Even though we had very few people on the Zoom, and we only had, we normally have more than, a couple of hundred followers.
But you know why, don't you?
Why?
You know why? It's because it was only me that's on the show. Oh, John! Oh no.
Yeah.
But no, it's been a thrill being on your show. I like the tough questions that your friend asked in regards to flat Earth and things. I'd like to pick him up on a few pointers, but it might not be appropriate for this.
He always does. Every time he comes on the show, he asks that question. But if we're going to deal with the flat Earth, well, let's deal with that and nothing else. I like to concentrate on one thing. I don't want to jump around all over the place. We're talking about the spooky too. Let's stick with that, okay? Because what happens is that people get confused. They don't remember which information is where. Where do I find? I want everything to be in one place. I don't want to mix subjects. So that's why I had to jump in and stop him, because he's always doing that, and it annoys me. So sorry about that.
Let it annoy you. I mean, everyone's got their points of view. It's okay.
Yeah.
But for the benefit of people that are watching this, there'll be people that will be comfortable with, when they're sick, going to a doctor, maybe someone they see maybe once or twice a year, paying their $60, $80 or whatever, so that they can see them for 20 minutes if they're lucky, and then go out with a piece of paper to buy some whatever. But for those of you who want to be their own doctor, who think that actually I know every single ache and pain in my body because I am me, for people that are like that, we are perfect for you. We will provide you with all the tools, both the hardware and the knowledge, that you can become your own doctor, and you can see your own doctor at any time, night or day. You can open up the cupboard, take something out, turn it on, and not have to pay for prescription, not have to worry about someone not being good at their job. Maybe the doctor's never had someone who's had your health condition before. And doctors almost never say, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, that's right.
Think about it. And they're human.
Yep.
And of course, we may not know, but you can find out, and you can learn, and then you can apply.
Yep.
And we can provide all those tools. You can do it yourself. How cool is that?
Great. All right, once again, thank you, John. Been a pleasure. I'll be talking to you soon.
Pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All the best in all your endeavours, brother. And thank you, listeners.
Thank you.
Take care. See you
Bye-bye.
next week.
And Jane, sorry, thank you for your questions and your contributions.
Likewise. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Take care.
And that's it. That's it. And it's me in the circle, the golden circle. I wonder if anyone's here.